Dennis, Dalton Johnson, NBC Sports Bay Area. Welcome to the Bay, and I just want to say, what was your first initial reaction to the trade, and how does it feel to be a Warrior?
Thanks. First one, when it got announced, when my agent called me, I was shocked. I like the situation. In Brooklyn, we just got settled in the house, shipped everything over, unpacked everything, and then we got the call. At the end of the day, me and my family, we happy now. We just got to move him over, hopefully before Christmas. But I think it's better now than at the trade deadline. So hopefully my family can come down and then we get all settled and we all together again.
You've said in the past that you really like San Francisco as a city in general. What makes you like this area so much?
I was in the Four Seasons every time when we came down with the team. But then when you walked out, it kind of looked like Europe, kind of looked like Berlin, with the train right on the street. That's what we have, and had one store with German candy in it. I remember. So I loved San Francisco. From the start. It was always great being here, playing here. Seeing the fan base when they went on a crazy one, how loud it got, and just really happy to be a part of this organization. First practice treated me like we've been here together since training camp. Everybody was real chill, cool. Chemistry I see is on a high level. You just see it as a winning organization.
Hi, Dennis. Chris Alvarez from ABC7 here. Welcome to the Bay. I know Steve revealed the call that you guys had, and he basically said you've kicked his butt on 3 different continents. What was your reaction to that? Because that kind of went viral here locally. It was kind of a fun soundbite.
National team, we played really well. 2023, played them in the semifinals. With the Lakers, obviously, 2022, great. Second round of a playoff round, how he was battling, how competitive it was. And, we always got, respect for, I had respect for Golden State's just organization, what they done so far in this league. Obviously, Steve Kerr is a legend, playing-wise and coaching-wise. And just to be able to be around them now, especially Steph, seeing him, he's one of the, if not the best point guard ever, best shooter, of course. Just how to see how he works, and just excited to be a part of it. I played with a lot of people, a lot of future Hall of Famers the last couple of years, and him and Draymond, gonna make it kind of complete now. Really excited to be here.
From afar, what have you admired about Steph's game? Now you're going to get to see it up close and personal, but just playing against him and over the years, what do you admire most about Steph?
Every time when I seen Golden State, when you go on the NBA app and you see Golden State plays, you get excited because just how he plays it like a video game. He just having fun, laughing, making the right reads every single time. He's one of the superstars who I got a lot of respect for because he don't care if he scores 10, 20, 30, or 40. When he gets double teamed, he making the right play. And it's I'm really excited. I can't say it enough to be here, to be a part of something special. To be around him, obviously around everybody else in that locker room, coaching staff, organization, you guys. It's new beginnings, so we want to make it special.
Kerr said that you're probably starting, so you're going to get a lot of minutes with Steph. Obviously, many minutes when Steph's out too. But basketball-wise, with a guy that creates so much space, and Buddy Hield creates space, how do you fit in that? How do you think that's all going to work?
We're going to figure it out. I think for me, it's just, like I said before, I played with a lot of Hall of Famers in the last couple of years, and I always find my ways. But the first thing what they said is just, play your game kind of, just be yourself, and we want you to, push the ball. If you don't have it, just run with Steph, and he gonna make the play because they, 80, 90, 95% they're gonna blitz the pick and roll, so it's gonna be wide open shots on the weak side, and we are ready for it, and I just try to get used to that playing style a little bit, and I got better. I think I shot like 6 to 7 threes this year, and that's my career high. So playing with him obviously is going to be a lot of shots, so got to be ready for that as well.
Hi, Dennis. Janie McCauley from Associated Press. Draymond was saying it's up to them to also adjust a little bit to your style. How much pride do you take in being such a reliable two-way guy, and do you look forward to seeing the way Draymond plays defense on alongside him?
I always I'm a realistic guy, so Steph Curry is like a guy who can score 40, 50s, 60s, and for me, I always relied on my defense. At the end of the day, I'm always try to impact the game on both ends. Obviously, you can't control if the ball goes in, but I can always rely on my effort every single night, on my energy, the leadership I bring, and so that's the reason why I feel really, really excited playing with Draymond, because 2022, like you guys seen, like we was going at it, and I knew him before. People were saying how it's gonna work, but we pretty got a good relationship even before that. So really looking forward to play with another Hall of Famer on the court who was always hell when you was on the other side of it, and who was talking smack, trash, just being competitive and try to go out there with a win. And to combine that now, I think it's pretty unique and special.
Hi, Dennis. Tristy Rodriguez, NBC Sports Bay Area. Welcome to the Bay. You kind of just talked about it, but the mutual respect between you and Draymond is well documented. We saw Steph welcome you to the team on his Instagram story. So what's your relationship like with those two? Did they reach out to you after the trade, and just how excited are you to team up with them?
Yeah, with Steph, it was funny because my son always asked me for his jersey, and I tried it for like 3 years, 4 years. I was like, yo, Steph, can I, get your jersey? I didn't say it was for my son, but he was like, oh, damn, I gave it to, Lonnie 2022, and I couldn't get it. And then this last game when we played here with Brooklyn, we came back and won that game. It was in my locker, and I was happy, gave it to my son. With Draymond, before we was playing cards, before we played in the playoffs, and Ty Jerome introduced me to him. And everything you see when you don't know him on the court, is not really Draymond. Really, really cool off the court, try to help his young guys, whoever plays on his team. He's a great leader, vocal. And we had fun, and when it gets to those lines and you don't play on the same team, then you just compete on the highest level. But after that, it's always friendship, or you always cool after that. And that's what I liked about Draymond. And I can't wait, like I said, on Thursday to get after it with these guys. And I think it's going to be pretty special.
Hi, Dennis. Ron Krejcik from the San Francisco Chronicle. How do you reflect on the significance of carrying the German flag at the Olympics? And sort of related question to that, you've been pretty forthright in the past about the challenges growing up in Germany dealing with some racism and how that maybe shaped your mental toughness. Sort of how much did that shape who you are today? And in light of that, what did it mean to carry the flag?
Yeah, mental. I'm 6'1", to be in this league for 12 years, you got to find a way to be, mental toughness. You got to come out with effort. You got to play on the defensive end. You just got to find a way to impact the game without scoring sometimes as well. So growing up in Germany was tough, but it helped me. The man I am today, the father, the brother, son, husband. I learned a lot, just growing up in Germany. To carry that flag in the Olympics was probably the biggest thing I ever done, besides my family, having my kids and my wife. But I think sports related, I think that's the biggest thing I've done in my career, especially, doing it for Germany. Winning the World Cup, of course, was one of the biggest ones, but carrying the flag was on top for sure.
And one quick follow-up, what memories do you have of your dad playing basketball? I know he was a player, and how much did that get you into the game when you were younger?
I mean, he was more of a supporter. I mean, he didn't really play, but he was the biggest supporter. Every time when I had practice, every time when I had a game, he came, and we always talked about basketball, and he always said, this is what you can do for a living, and you can, help your whole family with it, carry the load for your family, making sure everybody's good, and he was right, he passed away after that conversation 7 days later, I think, or 6 days. And then everything switched for me, The goal was to play in the NBA, and I'm still doing it. My 12th season now, and more than grateful to be here, and I don't take it for granted. Every single day, every single game, I'm going to go out and treat it like it's my last. So, it's great, to do that for him.
I'm curious what your son's reaction was when he got the Steph Curry jersey.
The most funniest thing though was when we got traded. I was kind of shocked, and my wife told him we got traded, and he asked where we going, and we said Golden State. He was like, we lucky now. It's a good team at least. And that was the first thing, and I had to laugh, and I was in a bad mood. So. He's of course, Steph Curry fan. We battled in London as well with our national team for the NBA showcase, and he got to see him there. And then, of course, in Paris, he's a big fan. He watches every game. All he does is basketball, and he's gonna be thrilled to see him. Even yesterday when I came in and shot, he was like, "Is Steph Curry there?" I was like, "You're not gonna ask me how I'm doing?" Like, so he's very, very happy to be here right now.
You mentioned how hard it is to get traded. Obviously, it's tough to be traded in the middle of the season or at any time. You've been moved around a little bit. How much are you hoping that this is a place you can stay for a while? How confident are you that this could be a place that you could be for several years?
For me, it don't really matter if in Europe, how I grew up, one year you play with Braunschweig, then the next year you play with Munich, then next year you play with, I don't really care if I stay in one spot. I just want to be in one spot where I really appreciate it, where people know my value, what I bring to the table every single night, every single day. Having my beautiful family here. If that works out, of course I want to end my career here, But I know the business side of it. I've been here 12 years. I don't have no problem, if they have other, visions. But right now I'm here, and I'm going to be the most professional, most competitive guy every single night, and try to go after it. But it would obviously be nice if you stay at one location, but you got to be, realistic too sometimes, and you just got to know that's a business as well.
What's your son's name, and how old is he?
He's a junior, so Dennis. He turned 6 February 11th. So
He turned 6 last February or this coming February?
no, this upcoming.
Gotcha.
Upcoming.
Eh,
No, he be doing homeschooling. Yeah, so he can come over. We got the teacher, and then my little baby girl, she's 4, and the youngest one is 2.
And you mentioned your son sort of unprompted a couple times. What is being a dad? And obviously you have 3. What does being a dad sort of mean? How has that, again, sort of shaped you, changed you in recent years?
I mean, that's everything. A lot of people just talk about it, but I try to live it, every single day. Being on the phone if they're not here, 24 hours, being with my family. I think that's the most important. They there in the greatest times when we won the World Cup, but they there when people was talking, I turned down 84 million and the whole world was on my, talking about me. So wasn't true, but they was there in my corner every single day, just being happy, putting a smile on my face, and that's how I treat it, every single day when I come to work, that's for my family, for my kids, for my wife. And it's great when I have him here to give, get the power again. It's always a different feeling when you're away from him. It's gonna be in a couple of days. They're gonna come over.
What jersey number will you be wearing?
Here? Yeah. 71.
Is that just because of the reverse of 17, or is there
Yeah,
a
I
specific
wanted. I gotta stay true to them. I think, that was my dad's favorite number. 17 is emotional for me. To wear it every single night, and I was the 17th pick also. So I just gotta stick with it. So I just reverse them.
Closing out games has been a struggle for this team as of late. Not too long ago, you actually lit up this team, and specifically in that fourth quarter. Is that an area where you feel like you can help this team out?
Yeah, I mean, we got one of the best closers in the whole world, with Steph Curry. I think I just be just a help for him, just taking the pressure off of him. Making sure that everybody's in the right spots. I'm in the right spot whenever he plays pick and roll. When when they blitz in the pick and roll, it's 2 on the ball. So on the backside, it's automatic 3 against 2, 4 against 3. And we gotta take that, take that advantage and try to score and get a great shot every single possession. And if Steph Curry gives me the ball and he trusts me, and I just try to make the right play every single time, and I feel comfortable with it. I think we all got to just come together, get the right shots. Everybody have to, the mindset of winning the 3, 4, 5 minutes in crunch time and get W's. I mean, they done it for so long. They did it before we beat them here as well. I mean, there was the number 1 seed in the West. So we just got to get back to the little things, chemistry, just making sure we helping one another, body language, just making sure everybody's in a great place and being happy for each other. We started today. Got to practice tomorrow, but then we want to start on Thursday against Memphis.